Harper Business and HarperAudio present The Skill Code: How to Save Human Ability in an Age of Intelligent Machines by Matt Beane. Read by Joe Knezevich. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. It contains helpful checklists from the book and will be referred to throughout as the enhancement. To Kristen. With all due respect to my former professors, I've long believed I gained more knowledge in kitchens, bars, and dining rooms than any college could even hold. Anthony Bourdain. Chapter 1. The Skill Code. On a crisp October day when I was 9, with my chin on a splintery fence post, I watched a master tinsmith work with his apprentice to transform a sheet of tin into a candle holder. On every field trip to colonial Old Sturbridge Village in central Massachusetts, that relationship was the main event. The candle holder was interesting. Together they shaped a useful tool from raw materials. But I was transfixed by the way the expert shaped the apprentice. Just as the expert kept the tin warm to be pliable, so he kept the apprentice challenged, pushed them to engage with more and more of the crafting process, and depended on them in a way that built a firm, trusting connection. Not much talk, by the way. Gestures, nodding, and head shaking. The expert taking over for advanced technique, holding the piece just so, with the apprentice watching like a hawk. The laughter they shared when something went a bit screwy with the tin. My whole life I've been fascinated by this special human relationship. Watching mechanics in the shop while we waited for an oil change. Listening to carpenters at home construction sites as they framed up a house. Hearing stories about clinical supervision as my wife went through her training as a therapist. Scene by scene, role by role, year by year. To me, this relationship always felt elemental, part of what makes us human. But it was only in graduate school that I deeply digested 80 years of research that pointed to one clear conclusion. This special working bond between experts and learners has been the bedrock of humanity's transfer of skills and ingenuity for millennia. Many, many millennia. The 160,000-year-old school, hidden in plain sight. Consider ancient Athens, 507 BC. 12-year-old Menelaus begins his second year as apprentice to Stephanos, the master sculptor. Today, like yesterday, he walks to the carpenter's workshop for lumber, then to the brass-smith for pins and braces, brings it all back and keeps it organized as the senior boys finish the scaffolding for a new piece. All day, he hauls blocks of marble around the workshop, directed by the senior boys, who take their cues from Stephanos. As the sun goes down, he's cleaning up after everyone. Throughout, he's been watching, noticing the marble scraps and bent tools, listening as they told stories and talked technique, asking a question or two while he did his work. Next year, if he works hard, he'll be splitting the marble, keeping tools organized and sharp, and learning about the next tasks up the apprenticeship chain, roughing out blocks, negotiating for supplies, talking to customers. And 6 years later, he will be carving his first solo work in his own studio on the outskirts of the city, new apprentices looking up to him. This is all likely true, by the way. We have one of his masterworks, a marble statue of Orestes and Electra, signed Menelaus, the pupil of Stephanos. Fast forward to Rochester, Minnesota, 2020. It's 6:30 in the morning when 26-year-old Kristen wheels her prostate patient into the operating room. She's a resident, a surgeon in training. It's her job to learn. Today, she's hoping to do some nerve sparing, a precise kind of dissection that can preserve erectile function. This is one of surgery's most delicate techniques, and it's critical to the success of the procedure. Kristen and the team put the patient under anesthesia, and she leads the initial 8-inch incision in the lower abdomen. Once she's got the skin, fascia, and muscle
Sample complete. Ready to continue?